Welcome to the Crypto Picture channel, where I help you see crypto through a clear lens. Today we'll be looking at the price of Bitcoin on a macro level. I haven't done a macro update in a while, so hope you enjoy that. We'll be looking at the Bitcoin chart, the BLX chart. We'll also be doing a macro view on Ethereum versus Bitcoin. We'll also be doing a USD analysis for Ethereum, looking at the Bitcoin dominance to see how that's progressing. Also, we'll be looking at the S&P 500. Are we in for a double top, or are we in for a continuation? Then we'll be looking at the Dixie dollar index. And also, I finally pulled the trigger on NBA Top Shot, and I got myself my first package. So if that sounds exciting to you, please stay tuned and we'll get straight into the content. So first off, starting with the Bitcoin chart here, we've been following this parabolic uptrend line, and we've basically been accumulating every time we get to these levels. Obviously, with our first touch point, it was a little bit iffy, but all of our oscillators were bullish, so we did accumulate on this pullback. Plus, it was pretty early into the bull market. Then we reaccumulated on the touch of this level, and now I've reaccumulated again down at this level. So the reason being is these parabolic uptrend lines are usually quite significant, and I'll show you on the BLX chart why they're so significant. So every time Bitcoin has been in a bull market, okay, it has held these parabolic uptrend lines, right? So if you look even from the inception back in 2013, we're not really counting this area because it was super volatile and the market just was not mature enough. But again, you could probably put a parabolic line right here and you would probably get the same outcome. But we got a parabolic uptrend line here, we broke it, went into a mini bear market. We got a parabolic uptrend line here, we broke it, we went into a bear market. Then we had a nice steady growth here in 2016 going into 2017 and 18, with the market top being at the end of 2017 and the bear market officially starting in 2018. So, but again, we had another parabolic uptrend line here. We followed it from when the chart started going super parabolic, and once we broke that, we had an official start to our bear market. We even had a parabolic uptrend right here, which, you know, it's better to zoom out on the weekly on these things and then take a look, right? So you don't want to go through too many of the candles, but if you can see right here, so we had a parabolic uptrend here. As soon as we purged it with a 1 week red candle, so a close below, we went into some bearish price action. So nothing is going to change here from my opinion and my thesis in the long term. I'm going to continue to accumulate on this parabolic uptrend line until we see a sell and a break, a red sell candle with a break below the uptrend line. Then I will start to take more significant profits. I have been taking profits the entire way up. And just as a reminder, I was buying Bitcoin in 2018 and the beginning of 2019 when nobody liked it. So yeah, it's been pretty good to me, and I hope that you guys stay for the next bear market. I know it sucks to talk about it, but it will happen. Every single market to a bear market, including the traditional US markets and stuff like that. Hoping that we have some more time in this bull market, and we'll zoom into a shorter time frame to see what's going on here. So we have been talking about the bull flag on Bitcoin. We've been talking about it for basically since we created this second top up here, and then when we came down and we knew it was going to retest the parabolic uptrend line, I mentioned, okay, if we do get a bottom here, it will start to look like a bull flag, and it would be in line with a bullish continuation based on the fact that we're testing this parabolic uptrend line and we're in a bullish continuation pattern. So we have obviously broken out of that so far, and we do have targets all the way up to 74, 75k. So, and we look like we're on track to basically get there. We will have some obviously downside momentum. It always happens. It'd be interesting to see if we get another retest of the top of this bull flag. Doesn't necessarily have to happen, but we'll be keeping a track of it, and I will keep you guys up to date. But really, I'm bullish across the board in this market, especially on Bitcoin. Now, if Ethereum can get some steam and really start to move up against Bitcoin, then I will start to get extremely bullish on the rest of the altcoin market. I think that in order for the broader altcoin market to go into full-blown bull market where everything moves up, we do really need to see Ethereum to break out. As of right now, it is just like some more smaller cap coins and stuff like that that are super, super bullish when Bitcoin gets positive moves. The big coins are moving up 10, 15, 20%, stuff like that, which is still great if you compare it to most other investment tools, but or vessels rather. But we want to see those parabolic gains. That's what we're in crypto for. Obviously, everybody comes for the money, stays for the tech, right? So, but yeah, I mean, Bitcoin looks constructive here. As I've been saying over the last couple days, I like to keep you guys up to date. It does look like we're in for a little bit of consolidation here, but on Market Cipher, as we can see, the RSI is in the bullish control zone again. So we have entered the bullish control zone, which usually signifies a decent amount of positive price action. So we'll have to see what happens there. So going into Ethereum now, we have been monitoring this. I've been telling you guys this has typically been a reaccumulation zone, just like we see with Bitcoin on the 1 week time frame, right? This parabolic line. Now this isn't really per se a parabolic uptrend line because we're not really moving up in a significant way, but it has proven to be support multiple times in the Bitcoin comparative. Now, I've had some questions on why do we chart versus Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin's in a bull market, right? So it's going up versus US dollars, right? It's the least risky asset in a very risky environment, right? Crypto is risky. It's super volatile. A lot of people will lose money even though we're in a bull market just due to the volatility, right? So when the market's really volatile and you see huge drop-offs, people will end up selling and then they'll buy back when it's going up, and then it'll retrace another 10-15%, and then what you see is people keep buying high and selling low, buying high and selling low. So what I try to teach you guys in this channel for educational purposes is how to avoid and what to look for when you're planning entries into this market. We do not want to buy parabolic uptrends. I mean, obviously, or in this case, uptrends in general, right? Like we want to get in when everybody's given up, right? And in this case, I would say people are starting to give up against or on Ethereum, especially versus other coins and Bitcoin. People think like every time it's come down here, I swear I keep seeing bearish comments about Ethereum. Now Visa has officially started a Ethereum payment channel, so they're going to use the Ethereum network, and you can settle in USDC, I believe. And also PayPal has started to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, which is, pretty significant, guys. Like, when I was here for the last bull market, like this was like fairy tales, right? Like nobody thought that this was going to happen. I mean, a lot of us knew that it was inevitable. The people that really loved Bitcoin and the crypto environment in general, but a lot of people kind of bashed it, and they were like, there's no way, why would they do that? It's going to ruin their businesses. Well, if they adopt those technologies and put them on top of their business, then now they can start to, create revenue out of those blockchains or services that they provide, right? But with that being said, Ethereum, it's technically in a reaccumulation area, in my opinion, and the way that I do technical analysis versus Bitcoin. Okay, now that doesn't mean necessarily for you it's a reaccumulation zone, but for me it is, right? And this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what I'm trying to teach you guys. Okay, we don't want to buy up here. We don't want to buy this green candle either, because then you think, hey, I'm going to hold this long term and so on and so forth, and next thing you know, Bitcoin just destroys it, right? So what I was saying with charting against Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's in a bull market, it's going up versus US dollars, it's the least risky asset in the space. So if your coin is not outperforming Bitcoin, you might as well hold Bitcoin, right? Because to be honest, out of the entire market, I have the most confidence in Bitcoin, and I believe Bitcoin is going to be here for the long term. Next would be Ethereum, obviously based on market cap, based on fundamentals, based on network usage. It makes the most sense. Now, with everything else, we can theorize that they're going to be here long term, but I really only see Bitcoin for sure, and Ethereum very likely to be here for the foreseeable future. So for me, that's why I don't switch all of my holdings from Bitcoin and Ethereum every time I see these. I did reaccumulate Ethereum at the lows, so I'm pretty happy so far, and I hope you guys were here accumulating earlier on. But if you haven't been, then this is a strategy that you can use to maybe, if you just want to accumulate more Bitcoin, right? So but in my opinion, versus Bitcoin, this is a reaccumulation zone. If we break this, the thesis is the same as with the Bitcoin parabolic uptrend line. If we start closing weekly candles below, then we really have to reassess our Ethereum holdings versus our Bitcoin. And when we look at the Ethereum chart versus US dollars, it does look fairly optimistic. We do have a lot more room here on the daily market cipher. The anchor wave is just coming above the zero line now. The RSI remains in the bullish control zone. I mean, if you had just bought when this thing broke in the bullish control zone and just held it the entire way, because sometimes this is what I do. This is how I look at some assets based on the time frame that it gives me. Obviously, the more volatile an asset, the more times it's going to dip up and down of this bullish control zone here. But you would have bought Ethereum right here around $450, and currently, you're up about 313% in your investment. No breaks below this red line here, control zone, and you're up 313%. So you've done very well, right? This is why I love Market Cipher. The affiliate link is down below. The way I put it to everybody is, it makes a beginner good, it makes a good trader great, it makes a great trader amazing, and it makes an amazing trader fantastic. Okay, so check out the affiliate link down below. Bitcoin dominance, we are starting to see some of our lowest daily candle closes. Okay, so on the 2-day, I'll go into the 1-day because that's what I was just speaking about. We are starting to see some of the lower daily candle closes that we've seen in a while, and meanwhile we're setting lower lows, and we are kind of setting the same ranged lows here, right? So if we look at it from this perspective, it almost looks like we could be kind of in a, descending triangle, right? A descending triangle is a bearish pattern. You could say we're kind of somewhat in a pattern like this. We'll have to see how it plays out. But again, as I've said, bullish on Bitcoin if we go above here, or possibly a market correction if we start seeing Bitcoin dominance go way up. But doesn't necessarily mean it's the end. Again, we're going to use that 1 week parabolic uptrend line. A weekly candle close below this level, and it's major altcoin cycle. Okay, guys, major altcoin cycle will happen with a weekly close below this 60.19 level. Okay, so going into the S&P 500 here, I did mention that we'd be looking at that. So right now we have this kind of double topping formation. And as we know, Bitcoin's been pretty correlated to the traditional market, especially the S&P 500. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm still liking continuation here. Market Cipher is still telling us to be bullish on the daily. The 12 hour is also still telling us to be bullish, as well as the 10 hour. So I still believe that, the 6 hours kind of folding over here, but I don't really, the farther you go out on the time frames, the more accurate Market Cipher is, right? So 2-day also ticked bullish right around here. So we'll have to see what happens here, guys. I do like on the 2-day that we had this really bullish engulfing candle. It basically ate all of the previous candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, basically engulfed by this bullish engulfing candle. So I do like it for continuation as of this moment, okay? I wouldn't really get worried unless we started closing candles below this level or this level. So this does put in the bullish case for Bitcoin, okay? So as long as this can continue to head up, I believe the Bitcoin will also continue to head up, okay? And finally, we have the Dixie, right? So I've been saying for quite some time that, it's kind of not that great for Bitcoin, right? This dollar going up, but we have seen instances where they've rallied together. But honestly, most bullish times for Bitcoin, see if we look here, January 2017, all the way to January 2018, which was the top of the crypto bull market or bubble phase of the crypto market, we saw the dollar just depreciating like crazy. Then we saw it recover, right? March 2020 started going down, bull market went into full effect, right? So we'll have to see. We could just be getting one of these recovery bounces here and a continuation lower. I'll continue to monitor it, and obviously we will see what happens in the future. So I will keep you up to date with the NBA Top Shot. So been hearing a lot about this. I've been kind of avoiding it a little bit here and there. Not really avoiding it. I just thought it was overhyped and overpriced, and I didn't want to wait in the queues forever. So I finally got a pre-order one, which I didn't have to really wait in line up for. It was guaranteed, so all I did was I signed up for it, and then I put myself in the waiting queue, and then it notified me by email when it was ready. So maybe I'll do an opening on it on live stream, on a recorded video, so you guys can see kind of what I get and how it is. I mean, we do see some crazy priced, like moments and cards and all this stuff. Like, I mean, look at this one. This one's $930 right here. So who knows, guys? You can spend $9 and get a awesome card or awesome moment. You don't know, right? So it's a gamble essentially, but I don't mind collecting these things. I used to collect cards when I was younger, Pokemon, whatever. So maybe I'll do an opening on my YouTube channel, and as it's my first time opening a pack. And if you'd like to see that, please leave a like and a comment below letting me know that you'd be interested. With that being said, I'll be ending the stream here, but yeah, please like, share, subscribe. I have the Discord channel down below, so please go down below and sign up. You get a lot of extra content in there. I'm more reachable, and I think you will get a lot of value out of that. And then I also have the Patreon link down below as well. It's $10 a month. It's cheaper than a cup of coffee a week. So and with that, you get to see my trading portfolio in real in live time, right? So you'll be able to see what I'm doing in real time. With that being said, have a good one, guys. See you on the next video. Cheers.